We're about to hear from my sheriff here in Manatee County of a horrific crime that happened to a 5-year-old girl. This is absolutely disgusting and deplorable. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Every day, many of us, we wake up in the morning with our children. We have breakfast with them, we give them a big hug and a kiss, and we send them off to school, and we pray that God will watch over them until they're back in our arms again. This, this is the devil. When he wakes up every day, all he thinks about is how he can sexually batter another child. That's what he does each and every day. That's his mindset. I'm very fortunate that the investigators were able to collect the evidence that we needed to put this predator behind bars, because that's what he is. He's a predator. That's all he thinks about. And really, it's our job now to make sure that he remains behind those bars and he never hurts another child again.
I just want to let you guys know many of you guys hear me talk about my sheriff all the time. This is Rick Wells. Again, I love this man. I've had many conversations with him. He is a person I'm able to call friend. And, we've worked on several initiatives together. He is a great guy. And I can tell you, he loves the children of Manatee County. He loves the citizens of Manatee County. He is a great sheriff, and we are very fortunate to have him.
The reason why I'm holding his picture is because we have discovered some disturbing evidence. We know that there's more victims out there. So I want parents to know, if they live by this predator, if they've ever seen him before, if they think there's a possibility that he may have been around their kids alone, they need to talk to their children, because this man is the devil.
Can you talk about how you came to this discovery?
We were actually called out to investigate the possible sexual battery of a child. It was during the conversations with her and her parents that we realized that he was at a party that this young child was at. And this child was lured over across the street to the devil's house, where we know that sexual battery occurred. So that's how we were brought in to this investigation. The detectives continued to look for more evidence. We found it. It's disturbing. It's every parent's worst nightmare.
I know the victim in this case, 5 years old. Based off the evidence that you guys were able to obtain, the age range of these other victims?
Yeah, we believe that we have ages close to and maybe even older. We're still looking at a lot of information that the detectives recovered during the search warrant, but it's despicable. It really is. It's disturbing for any of us that are parents as well, because we know that they were lured into a situation where they thought they were safe, and he took advantage of them.
I was gonna say, can you talk about, did he present himself as like a kind neighbor, or just how did he use?
That's the information that we have been told up to this point is, he's pretty much friendly. He's in the neighborhood. People know him. He knows them. So we really don't know how many more victims are out there that we're going to discover, during this investigation. We feel that there are many more that we need to talk to.
Sheriff,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Sheriff, not to identify anybody, and we're not looking for that information, never would, but I need for you to make a distinction. Are you talking about a performance charge, or are you talking about a possession charge when you say there's?
We're talking about both. We're talking about both. We're talking about we have actual information of a sexual battery occurring on a minor. We also have evidence of pornography in his possession.
This was parents dropped their child off at a birthday party, expecting that child to be safe, to be looked after. Talk a little bit about what your message is to parents about what they should be preparing their children for? I mean, this was a 5-year-old.
Well, we always talk about stranger danger. We always talk about, talking to our children about the predators that are out there, those that want to prey upon young children. Like, these parents thought their kids were in a safe environment. They're at a friend's house at a birthday party, and we have to just educate our children as much as we can about how these predators work and and the lengths they'll go to get them into a private setting when there's no one around. We just have to continue to stress upon our children that they have to stay with a trusted adult. I don't know who trusted this devil. We don't know that yet. We don't know how much time he's put into really working at his craft, at trying to build relationships, but we'll find that out.
What would you
This is just sad.
maybe the parent that has a victim, a child that's a victim, and maybe they're scared, maybe they don't want their child to go through everything?
I would just implore them to please reach out to us and let us talk to them, and let's put this man behind bars forever so he never does this again. I know this is a very traumatic situation for a young child. We get it. We've had to work, unfortunately, a lot of these cases, but we need to know who he victimized so we can make sure he never does it again.
Sheriff, the relationship between the victim and this man's,
The devil?
the devil.
Yeah. We're not sure at this point.
Don't mince
I don't know the
sheriff's
relationship
words.
right now.
They were at a party.
This
They
man is
were
the
at a party,
devil.
but I don't know if the victim ever knew the devil before this unfortunate and very just before this crime took place. I don't know if they had any knowledge of who he was.
This neighborhood has already said some things.
Yes.
Tell us about their reaction and what was that like for your guys who had to explain to the neighbors and the people around of what was happening in their backyard?
Well, I mean, I think that there may have been some suspicion that maybe he was up to some things in the past, but maybe couldn't be proven. That the neighborhood families wanted us to know that they were concerned of maybe some prior crimes, and that's what we're looking into now.
Is he cooperating?
I somewhat. We still have a long way to go, and we will continue to present him with the evidence that we have. He doesn't really have to cooperate. We have enough.
So the birthday party was Sunday? Or I'm just trying to get the timeline right. Sorry, that might not be.
It was the 22nd.
22nd, so that was Sunday.
Yeah.
So, talk a little bit about, just how quick work this was to get this man off the street immediately, by your deputies.
Yeah, I mean, it was important that we got that first phone call. So the parents took that initiative. They listened to their child, and they called us. And because of their
So I just want to explain to everybody, deputies did execute a search warrant, they took a significant amount of electronics. Child porn was found on devices. Based on material found, deputies suspect this gentleman of committing lewd and lascivious acts upon multiple young girls. My Sheriff Rick Wells wants parents to know if they live by this predator, if they've ever seen him before, if they ever think it's a possibility that he may have been around another child, other kids. They want to talk to those children because this man, according to Rick Wells, is the devil. I concur. This is a disgusting, despicable man.
quick action and trusting their child, we were able to make an arrest, quite quickly, and that's very important because we saved another child. They saved another child from being sexually abused, and we can't thank them enough for helping us during this investigation.